Hello, my name is Heather Anderson, and I teach fifth grade reading at Pulaski Elementary School. And today I want to talk about how you can motivate your students using the iReady program. So at the beginning of the year, we set a goal, and I will show you what that looks like. I'm going to present my screen. Okay. So in our classroom, here's what our goal looks like. In fifth grade reading, a mid-on level is the goal. So when you look up your grade level and whatever is the mid-on level number is your goal. And so I make a big poster of this. I put it in the room. We go over how by the end of the year, it's our goal to be at 609, and that's considered mid-on level fifth grade. So when we take the fall diagnostic, of course, students score all over the map when it comes to the fall scores, but it's a starting place. And so when you take that first diagnostic, we write that down. My students record that. They keep that with them in their desk. We have data binders, and so that's a big part of our classroom learning system. But the 609 is the number that all students know in my classroom. Every classroom knows that number. And so even if they're really far away from that number, I make sure I tell them, this is the goal by the end of the year. This is where we want to be. And so once we record that number, we take the diagnostic. And so let me show you what that looks like. Let me see here. Now, to go along with that, we have iReady charts that we use in our classroom. And so this year, this is an example of a chart that our students are using. And this is for reading. You can also use this for math. And so each lesson that students pass when taking iReady, they color in a square. And by the end of one row, I give as a reward a piece of candy. So when they get their candy, they put a check mark at the end of that row. This year, I actually got a grant through the KRA. And so I use my money to purchase books for students. That's another way. When they fill up their whole chart, you would want to give your students a different reward other than candy, something else that's feasible for you in your classroom. Again, this year for me, when they fill up their chart and they turn that in, I display it in the classroom for everyone to see. I write their name large on it. And my students this year got a free book. And so it's an incentive and it's a motivation to pass lessons in iReady.
So that chart doesn't get put on the board until it's full?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And they keep the one that's not full?
Yes, and when they finish that chart, I'll give them a new one and they'll keep going.
They keep it in their data binder?
Yes, they keep that chart in their data binder. Mm-hmm.
Okay.